Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Year of the Batman. Today's BTAS episode is chemistry. So, this one starts off uh, Bruce, Barbara, and Tim. They're all at a wedding for Veronica Freeman. It's her fourth marriage now. The courtship was like 2 weeks. Bruce is kind of giving her a little bit of guff. He's like, "Yeah, well, fourth time's the charm." And so he catches the garter, and some other girl catches the bouquet, because like whoever catches that is supposed to next to be married. So the photographer wants a picture with Bruce and the one girl. So he gets talking with her, and he's getting very smitten with her, and he's developing feelings very, very fast. And he's dancing with her throughout the night, talking and talking. And the next night out on patrol, Batman, he's like kind of daydreaming, thinking about that girl. Apologies for not knowing the name. I genuinely can't remember her fucking name. So he's like kind of zoning out a little bit. Tim has to correct him a lot because like at one point he's like, "There's the four men we need," and then Batman only takes down three, and he almost gets killed by a fourth. He's like, "I told you there was four, Bruce. What the hell?" Um, so then Tim, he's talking to Alfred. He's like, "I don't know what the hell's wrong with him. He's out somewhere. He's probably doing something important, but there's something just like bugging him." And you see Batman. He's spying on the one girl, like seeing what kind of flowers she likes. And later on, Bruce, he meets the girl and gives her a bouquet of flowers that she really likes because he fucking spied on her. And then he proposes. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Bruce, let's calm the fuck down. But she says yes, and everything's happy go lucky. And he tells the gang that, "Hey guys, I knew it was gonna happen someday, but I think I'm gonna turn in the cow and like let you three have at it, so I can finally have a chance at happiness." So the wedding happens, and everything's going great. And Bruce and the one girl are a little bit concerned because their friend Veronica isn't there, and they were the one, or she was the one that introduced him. So they're a little bummed about that. Then Alfred says, "Hey, Bruce, you have a emergency phone call with Veronica. She says she needs to talk to you immediately." Which I'm just like, knowing what I know now, Veronica 1000% should have called the cops, not Bruce freaking Wayne. Um, So Bruce answers the phone, and Veronica's like, "Oh my God, Bruce, my new husband. There's something wrong with him. I can't say." And before she can really finish, she gets cut off by her husband, who is at that moment about to like strike her. So Veronica, at this time, she's not on the phone anymore, and the husband is going after her, and he he corners her into a room, but Veronica turns on a security grid, so it's like a bunch of lasers that are blocking the door. And she's like, "Yeah, you're not getting through there without burning yourself." So he just walks through them like it's nothing, and you see around his skin like he's clearly not human. So he then starts. Well, he knocks her out, and then he starts a fire in her house to leave her for dead. So at this time, Bruce, he's at the wedding. He's like, "I gotta go help Ronnie and see what's the matter." Which I'm like, for goddamn sake, call the cops. 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 I guarantee, Bruce, there's at least one fucking closer by than you. It's, ugh. So he excuses himself after permission with his new wife. She's like, "Yeah, go get him. I understand it's your friend. Go, go, go." So he gets there. The house is pretty much all in flames. It's a fucking miracle Veronica survived in the first place. So Bruce gets to her, and he saves her. And they're at the hospital now. Veronica's unconscious, and the husband shows up, which Bruce knows automatically that he is not to be trusted. So he tells him how there was a security detail that he paid to watch over Veronica, and that he has to excuse himself because he's going on a wedding cruise or a honeymoon cruise. So he tells Barbara and Tim to keep a lookout on the husband because he's definitely up to something. So he excuses himself, and he makes his way to a greenhouse, which, surprise, surprise, Poison Ivy is the one behind all this. And she's like, "What the hell is wrong with you? Why would you take care of Veronica like that? You know this isn't part of the plan." And he opens up his shirt, revealing like he has some leaves growing out of his shirt. He's like, I don't know what's happening to me. I think I'm evolving or something. So Veronica, she takes like the skin mask off him entirely, and you can see like he is 100% just like a plant monster. So Barbara and Tim are witnessing it, and they're like, "Holy shit, this is bad." So they go off because they need to stop the wedding or the honeymoon cruise because, well, I'll get to that eventually. So they're about to escape when they have a fight with some plants, but through some quick thinking from Tim, well, it wasn't even quick thinking; it was just blind luck. He uses his grappling hook to go to the table to like just find an anchor point to get away from the plants, and he knocks over some chemicals, which just so happen to be the perfect combination that destroys the plants. So it's on the wedding cruise. There's four guys talking. Bruce is one of them about like how their wives are so perfect, and like one's a cheapskate and his wife tolerates that, and one's like I don't know, maybe like a workaholic and they're okay. So everybody's new wife they met very abruptly. They all have green eyes and they're very agreeable. And Bruce is like, oh shit, this is not going to be a happy ending. So he goes to interrogate his new wife and he wants to know like her old friends, where she's from, and yada yada. So eventually, the plant monster reveals herself. So Bruce he traps her in her room, and he's just about to like tell everybody what's going on. But at that time, a whole bunch of seaweed is attacking the cruise ship, just like completely surrounding the hull, like pulling the ship apart and whatnot. And Poison Ivy and one of the plant monsters show up and be like, "Yeah, so anyway, every single couple here, one of you has a plant imposter that is going to take over your estate when you die. So bye bye." And then just then, Tim and Batgirl show up. Tim he has this like backpack that sprays the chemical that kills all the plants. So him and Batman are kicking all the ass because Batman he changes out of a uniform that Tim brought along with him until eventually all the people are saved and the plants are all dead. And then Poison Ivy she's about to be rescued by Bruce at the end, but then she's taken down with the boat. Which if you want to be like play semantics, like this is the last we see of Poison Ivy, so I mean it's definitely possible she could have died right then and there. Who knows? Probably not though. So yeah, trying to think what else. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, they just all get they save the day, and then that's it. But yeah, so plan wise, Poison Ivy, she definitely would have had to been on a time crunch because like for all those like super rich people to mysteriously die but all their spouses live surprisingly, like they had to have been on such a time crunch. I'm not even sure like she could have gotten half the fortune she was expecting. So kind of dumb on Ivy's part there, like if you think about the long game. But like the mystery of it's pretty cool. You do feel bad for Bruce because he seems so happy, but it then just turned out to be the pheromones affecting him that the plants were giving off. I'm trying to think what else. It's just an average episode. I don't really know what to say. It wasn't really that good, but it wasn't bad. So I guess just a nice 4 right down the middle episode wise. So yeah.